studying home.
At home
At
and
home.
abroad.
Studying at home, you have your family support because they are near to you and
Near you.
they and you can ask them for everything.
You look at the other team. Trying to
Okay.
convince them.
And you can live with the same way of living. So you don't have to change the way you used to think or your ideas.
Try to give more examples if you can and be more detailed, because if you just use titles of what you're saying, then you won't be able to convince them. Just use an example. Life is easier at home. You know things. You're familiar with people. Give us an example.
If you're studying at home, you know people, you can communicate easier with them because they speak the same language with you. You can keep your friends close to you, and there are no costs if your town you're going to study is near your house. Your
Okay.
home.
What do you think?
I think that studying abroad provides chances for someone to get some knowledge and skills in a new environment, learn a new culture, a new language, so get more information that he could easily use to find a new job. A job after he
They. because
they
there might be
yes
girls as well.
after they
Graduate. After they
Graduate,
finish
yes.
their. Okay.
yes they could be more dependent in themselves, so that they could easily
What?
uh,
They're abroad, they finish their studies, they believe in themselves,
Mhm.
they have the necessary
Yes.
qualifications. What can they do after that?
and they can find many jobs in the country that they studied abroad.
Okay.
And it's not necessary for them to stay at home and may not be so successful in their career.
John, do you agree?
No, because you can be successful in your home country.
You can also be successful.
You also be successful in your home country, and in your home country, also students don't have to pay for long flights because to see their parents because they are near to them.
Hear them?
Near them, and if they go to another country, they are more away from them, so they will want their home, and they will be more difficult to adapt.
How do we call this when we want our home, when we want to go back? Home?
Sick.
Sick, okay. Good. Sure.
I think that it's a good thing to study at a foreign country,
In a foreign country.
in a foreign country, because you can also have more. You can also be in a more organized system or in a more organized university, which has more facilities and all the qualities and amenities, because in some countries you don't have the opportunity to do the things that you'll have to, that you can do if you study abroad in
Such
the
as?
country.
Such as?
Such as taking some courses in foreign country. You don't have the chance to do it in your home country.
Okay. Okay. What do you think?
I think that it's easier for someone to study in his in his country because it's the place
They could be a girl or a boy.
they have been born and they are more familiar.
Okay.
They can have support from their family or their friends, and the costs are less.
Lower. Is there something you disagree with what Jane, for example, said?
Studying abroad is a little difficult because in another country there are different laws. People are have different behavior,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe if you go alone, you will feel loneliness or homesick.
Abroad is have many positive things. Has
Now you add
because,
something more, so use connecting words if you want to say,
Yes.
because you said something else.
in such as when you're studying in another country, you can also make many friends there and have your old in your country you came from. So it's not you wouldn't feel alone. You would have their friends, and that's
So you actually make new friends.
yes.
Helen? Helen, Irene? I don't know.
Yes, but the safety in the country that you would choose to go might be not so good, and
Safety, you said. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to go on.
and the person when it goes to another country, it gets all the responsibilities for his life alone, and there are a little person to tell him if it's good for his life or it's the wrong thing to do.
So lots of responsibilities if you study
Yes.
abroad. Not so much if you study at home.
Yes.
Is this good or bad?
I don't think that if you study abroad there are more responsibilities because you're going to do the same thing, but the thing that changes is just the country, the place that you study.
Yeah, you begin a new life. You have to find a new home, new friends, the way that the other people communicate things, their culture. So I think that it's difficult.
Okay, but also if you change the place that you live, even if you study in your home country, if you change the place that you used to live and go in a new place to live,
Go to, yeah.
go to live, you will also have a problem until you learn how the people there do their jobs, interact, and all these things.
Not so big. Because there are not different laws and you will be more you will adapt more easy with
Easier.
easier with these people. For the reason that you will speak the same language with them, you will have, you maybe have the same cause, more rights. You will have more rights because it's your native country.
I mean, if they stay at home, they'll have more rights. Okay. Is this the story, Harold, in the European Union? You'll have more rights in Greece rather than some other European country? Or is it the same?
I think that's the same because when you're not an adult, you don't have many rights in your home country, such as when you go voting.
Voting, do you,
What do you mean? Tell
what do
me.
you mean?
Yes, some kind.
But when you go to study abroad, you will be an adult and you will can vote.
You will be able to vote.
You will be able to vote.
You don't need that though. You're not going to vote there. You're going to study.
Yes.
Don't worry about that.
Yes, but
Go on. Yes.
but you will not have so many rights.
You are going to be like a citizen, so you must have rights that they don't provide you. I think that if you're going to study abroad, you can't vote about the government and the
You don't
people
vote.
you want in this.
Yes, but you go there to study for some years, not to stay all of your life.
I think that if someone goes to study abroad, they want to stay there because they think the career prospects. So
What do you think, Jim?
they
Uh,
have rights.
Career prospects, she said.
in every place in the world that you go, you have the rights you have and the responsibilities. So, if you go in a foreign country to study, you'll have to do the same things that you did in your home country, and you'll also have the rights that you had in your home country. So I don't think that there is a big difference.
Staffy, what do you think?
You said you have the same rights.
Yes, except from some things that only the native citizens in these countries and in these places have.
So you think that voting is not a big deal if you are a citizen in a...
Yes, because
If you study abroad, it isn't. If you study abroad in another country, you don't have to vote.
Why are you discussing this, man?
Studying abroad has career prospects, so they will be citizens. This is why I'm telling about the rights you want and you must to have.
Must have.
I think that when you study abroad, you have a better quality of studying there, more educated teachers, more a good environment around you, better, yes, better facilities in the school, many out school
Okay, what are you
Accents.
telling that have you studied in
Have you studied abroad?
have you
In.
studied abroad? And you know that if you, maybe if you studied at home, it's the same thing.
I don't think so because there are more recognized degrees in the other countries than here.
And why is this important?
But
Because when you have more recognized degrees, you have more job prospects. You can find more easily jobs,
And job easily?
easily, yes, and quicker.
But to go to these universities, you must pay a lot of money, and they are expensive. But in your home country, the money is not so much, and the opportunities to get scholarship is more because you know, are more because you know the language, the way they learn things, and you know more about your country.
Jim, do you think this is the case? Have more chances to get scholarships at home rather than abroad?
No, because if you have a good way of thinking and if you are a clever person first of all, and the second thing to be a clever student, you can manage everything in every place that you're going to study or to
Leave, perhaps.
live. Yes.
Maybe he's right,
Mhm.
but
If he's right, we might change teams. No. Go on. But,
it's very difficult to adapt in the new beginning.
the beginning.
So all these things, the advantages of studying abroad, if you can't adapt and communicate with other people, be alone in
Foreign.
foreign country, you can't stand up with that.
Okay, you can't stand loneliness.
I think
Yes.
that if you love very much that you're going to study,
What you're going to study.
what you're going to study, it won't be necessary for you to. It would be easier for you to get a scholarship, to get more easily adapted in the new environment, and
Yes.
and find new friends there.
But in in a foreign country, you have to learn a foreign language that if you would study in your home, you don't
You won't need to.
you won't need to learn this language, and
Say language.
because it is not so useful, and you will know, and you won't you won't have to learn this language.
Anything else?
Yes, but learning a new language helps you get a job more easier in other countries.
Easier. What else except getting a job?
Um,
What else is important when you're
If
learning a new language?
this language is not useful,
why it's not useful?
because because a lot of people in our country don't use other languages except the English, and they are not the other languages are not so useful.
Yes, but if it is English,
This is another story.
Okay. Helen, would you like to add something?
Before you said something about high value in Greece, I have heard that if you study in Greece and then you want to work abroad, it matters a lot your degree from a Greek university. So if you're able to study, I think it's better to study at your home country.
Jim, what do you think? Is she right?
Yes, but is it the same thing to tell that I studied in a university with a very good reputation, and the same thing to say that I studied in a university in Greece that anyone except from some people knows it?
Go on.
If you get the same knowledge, both of them, I think that
If both students, you mean acquire the same knowledge, what do you mean?
if you can learn the same thing in your country college or the abroad college, it would not reputation.
There won't be any difference in the reputation, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, do you agree?
yes, but if you study at home, it would be very difficult to find a job in other country. So you would be you could only find a job in your home country, and if you didn't,
Why is that, Carolina? Can you explain that? Where does this happen? If it happens.
if it happens, you don't know another language to go out your country,
Outside your country or leave your country?
yeah, to leave your country, and you will be more.
Less skilled, for example.
Oh no.
How do we say that?
Limited.
Limited, restricted
Yes,
to your areas?
Yes, you would be limited in your country offers you.
Yes, but in abroad, not all
Abroad.
abroad, not all the universities have a reputation and like this. Yes, and a lot of times maybe give you learn less skills than a university at your home.
You may acquire
You may
less.
acquire less knowledge than in a university at your home country.
So, where are we? What should we do? Jim?
I don't think, because in some countries you can, okay, forget the reputation that I said before, but in some countries you can learn more things, because in a foreign country you may have people who are devoted to their job, and not some teachers that they want only to be paid and not learn the things that they are obliged to learn to the students to have to have a good knowledge, a well-rounded and well-rounded education, and all this.
Yes, but in your home country you can find this.
You don't know that necessarily the teachers are teaching blind things that are blind too.
Obliged to.
Are blind.
Yes.
Yes, but you're more sure when you go to study abroad, indeed studying at home.
Instead of.
Yes, but
Instead
how you feel about the intake system at the University of abroad?
What was the question? I didn't understand.
The system of abroad,
In English? Say it again.
intake system.
Yes.
It's difficult
You
to
mean-
get.
You mean the students that actually enroll in the university to study
Yeah,
εισαγωγής, you say?
yeah.
Okay, all right. It's difficult to study what you like in Greece, that's what you mean.
No, in abroad it's
Abroad,
difficult.
not in abroad, abroad.
Yes, abroad it's difficult to get in the university if you want to take a scholarship, or it's again difficult if you have the money to do it, because it's a lot of cost.
Is this the case? It's difficult to choose what you want to study abroad? Is it?
No, I don't think.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I would say that it's more easily for you to
It's
find.
easier.
Easier for you find what you want to study abroad.
But why? It's the same thing.
It isn't, because if you have money, you could pay a private school, so you don't have to have the knowledge that you would if you study at home. Because
I don't know.
if you study at home, you have to have some knowledge to go there, to pass some exams.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
and then the
It's
other one.
difficult to pass these kind of exams to get in their universities. So you have to study a lot, and maybe you won't be able to have a personal life if you study all the time.
Sure.
I don't think because
I don't think so.
I don't think so, because in some countries the first choice is to passing your in
Exams.
the universities that you
School,
have,
the school they've chosen.
the school they've chosen. But the second choice, if you don't have the qualifications to pass these exams, the second choice is to go to study overseas. So I don't think that passing exams in a foreign country is too difficult. It's the same thing.
No, because they have to learn more things, like the language, the way they think, their culture.
Yes, but those things broaden their horizons and make them better people. It isn't a bad effect for them. It's
But
good.
it's difficult to do that.
It's difficult to do.
Okay, another thing. What if you go to study abroad, but you won't be able to not to adapt to
Succeed. What?
yes. What will you do? And you
Okay, what will you do? You ask them, what will you do?
Again, the question, please.
okay, what if you go to study abroad, but
You will not succeed.
But you don't
Yes.
succeed.
and you don't like it, what will you do? You will come back?
I think that you go to study overseas because you like this thing and you've chosen it.
But you don't
Okay,
know.
but if you can't survive, you can't live there, you...
Why? It's jungle over there. It's wild.
Is it wild?
It goes, you go to beginning in life, a new kind of life, to learn how people live. If you
You
don't
maybe
agree,
change your mind.
You may change your mind.
Yes.
if you don't agree with the way that they think, I would want to come back home. It will make me sick.
What would you do?
Can you please repeat?
You maybe change your mind.
You may
Because
change.
you
That's
may
it, may
change,
be.
yes.
May and the verb you want.
Yes.
May change.
Yes, you may change your mind because you don't like the way this university
Functions, works.
Yes, this function works. All the people.
This university functions or
Yes.
works. Okay.
This university.
Yes, but it could be the same thing in home.
At home.
You may not like the way that university functions are.
Yes, but you have learned in Greek system of education. Why maybe the university won't like with the way it works?
We are used to learn things with this system.
It may be different. Every university has different way of teaching.
Exactly. What if it's difficult for you this way of the university that you are going to study overseas?
I think that if you go and study overseas, you would choose the university very, 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 very seriously, and you.
Here, in your home country, you choose your university. What's the
Not
difference?
exactly, because if you start here at home, you can only go to the college you are accepted from your education level, not
Okay, but there are universities in Greek that
Greece.
in Greece that they built by people who
They're built by people.
they were from abroad.
They are built by people who worked abroad.
But like the New York College.
Okay.
You would able to study in your country
With this system.
with an abroad system.
Okay. I'll comment on that later. Yes. Okay, sometimes we need to change things or try new things and see if it works or not, right?
yes.
So what if things go
Exactly.
wrong?
If you stay at home, you may not have the chances that you would if you study abroad.
But you never know.
Yes.
All right, fair enough. We'll stop here the first part, let's call it. Now, what I want you to do is